Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat from the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the link, Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hairspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew, so here's a few bars that shine like stars divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it. What's good, everybody? What's going on? Salute to everybody out there. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Divine, Shaw Powell. We about to get it popping. Talk about this Knicks thing over the week, man. We had the Summer League recap. Talk about the power forward situation that's still going on out there with the New York Knicks. And we also got the big elephant in the room, the Joel Embiid noise. We're going to get into all that tonight. We're going to have a chat really get it popping tonight. We're going to be answering the majority of y'all guys' comments tonight and what y'all think about what's going on out there. So we're going to kind of freestyle and let you guys kind of let your thoughts dictate some of the narrative that we're going to put out there tonight and all that stuff. But first and foremost, before I go any further, let me bring my man in the building, Shaw Powell. What's going on, my brother?
You already. Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Danny, JJ, Fabian, Nixon Knight. Salute. CAA affiliate always in the building. Hector is in the building. Hector, what's popping, my man? Heck, that's a good look right there. Heck, appreciate you, my guy. Real talk. Good looking out on that property, my man. Thank you so much for coming in to Real Talk. This man, Hector, y'all ever need a property? Hector works for Keller Williams, man, down here in C, man. So if you ever need to buy a house or sell a house, hit my man Hector from Keller Williams, man. He get it popping. Looked out for me, man. Look for me to a couple of days ago help me get a nice condo down in Greensboro. So Hector, salute, my man. Appreciate you. But other than that, Shaw Powell is good. Ready here and get and talk this Knicks talk, man. Like I said, Summer League is pretty much over. The last game we played, Knicks lost. Pretty interesting game. I know a lot of people didn't watch it just due to the fact that none of the Summer League starter played. No Roby, no Martin, no Brown Jr. None of the main guys started. But the guy Peterson had to go in, man. And if you ever get a chance to read. Going on Twitter, and the young man, not young man, but Peterson put out a nice little I guess I want to say a message relating to how he got to where he got to with the Knicks for going in Tibbs' office and asking them things like what I need to get here, do this and here. So I think it's a real good look, and I hope a lot of pros will be like my man Peterson. That was a really good thing he put out there, man. Tribute, so salute to him. But other than that, man, like I said, our guys he had a good Summer League game the other night. All the other guys wasn't there, Shaw Powers. So we're just like we watching it, but we not watching it type thing for me. But I'm always dialed into what the Knicks do. So I just was watching the game, man, just trying to see what our organization and this got brewing for years going ahead. And a couple of guys there you're never going to see on the main roster, but none of the major guys, like I was speaking to you earlier prior to getting on the show, that Brown didn't play, Roby didn't play, Martin didn't play, the big guy didn't play, Foster. A lot of them guys just didn't play. So it seems like they were just trying to close it out any way they can to get other guys a chance to play.
Yeah, I really missed a lot of that game, majority of the game, all of the game. I've seen some highlights and stuff like that. If the Knicks can just hold on to, a couple of those guys, and bring them, to the two-way contracts, I'd be happy. Charlie Brown, from what I've seen, from when I watched the games and stuff, he played pretty awesome. And I keep forgetting this dang, I keep forgetting this young boy's name, man. I just miss me every time. Martin, not Martin.
Martin.
What was the guy that's on our team? The young boy.
Taylor Martin.
Yeah, Martin. He looks like he's he could nester a little bit and build some real good skills and hopefully we can keep a hold of him too. Charlie Brown really impressed me and see who else they're gonna bring back on that third contract and stuff like that. Hopefully we can hold on to those guys.
Yeah, real talk. I think they'd be on a run one way or the other. I think them three will be in the Knicks organization one way or the other. Which level is hard to say, but they will be there. I think they earned the right to, whether it's coming in training camp or being in the G League or being able to be on that 15-man roster. They might not get no time, but guys like Roby Martin and Brown Jr., they could be on the main roster. Just to fill a void there, and until their name might be called. But we pretty locked in where we at for that team. I'm concerned with the New York Knicks. We pretty much already 15 deep almost. We add a player here or there. So Charlie B. Like I say, he won't see no time, but I think he's gonna find a way to get there, and hope that he make it because he was a good addition. He showcased his talent real well in summer this year. He really did stand. He stood out. And I like Roby. Like I told you, the last guy, like, okay, now y'all see what I'm starting to see. Well, I like this cat, Roby. He play all dimensions, man. He can shoot it from outside. He can get down in the paint. He can do a lot of things, man. And his last game was pretty nice on a break. I like him. I like he might not be the backup power forward yet. You never know what happens when you get in the training camp. He done got a little more rhythm by then. But I still like him though. I like that young man a lot, man. He got some things. He got a style of basketball. When I watch him shot powers, he just do things like you don't see a lot of people do. He's involved he try to be involved in everything. You know what I mean? Whether it's deflecting, blocking a shot if he can, he rebound, he passed the ball out on the outlet real well. He's a good passer, got a good stroke from outside. He run the floor, and for a big man, he can handle the ball too. You know what I mean? He handles the ball, he brings it up court. So I like Isaiah Roby because he could do the thing. And I hope he imagine if he keep putting in his work, he'll get better. But I like it though, and that's real talk, man. So let's hope that he can find a way to get to the Knicks roster with Brown and I think Martin, Jalen Martin, gonna be special in a couple of years. So I like for us not to have a draft and got two undrafted cats like that. That's amazing to me, and we did a good job with that. So a salute to the Knicks, man, for even though the summer league didn't go to where we wanted to, but we didn't have no drafted players, but we had enough talent down there, just to make it look relevant. And they did. They had a couple of good games that I enjoyed. So overall, and we take. We won't be in the playoffs, but we went there and played though.
Yeah, I with watching these guys play and not seeing Daquan Jeffries play too much, but his name kind of gets lost in the mix. But he's also another guy that I will hope that he can finally make a roster spot. You know what I mean? Even if it's all the way number 14 or 15 on the bench, I think he should be able to, somehow, some way make some ends to getting on that bench. Like you said, Divine, with us not having no real picks in the draft and stuff like that, we still got some projects that we could put together and store them in the summer league. I mean, store them in the G League and see if they can marinate in it a little bit. So, as Knicks fans, sometimes we want so much, you know what I mean? And but what we have done, we still haven't even talked about the brother Obi, Obi's brother, you know what I mean? We still haven't talked about him much. So, there's still some promise that we got down in there to cook up and stuff like that. Guys are really young. Only real thing that I could say about the guys that we're talking about that are on the team right now, we're really not on the team, but Kills, he really didn't, move the needle for me too much. Like we talked in the background, Divine, he really doesn't do something. He really doesn't have a certain skill. Now he's not best at driving to the hole or best at breaking down the defense or best at offensive rebounding or assists, best at 3-point shooting. He doesn't have a go-to. So, with that being said, I like the way Roby played the last couple of games. And I mean, and as time came on, that jump shot starting to click. And you're definitely right about that. He does so much other things on the court too. He got a back to the basket game. So something to look at. But you know, if with all the players that we're talking about, if we're talking about someone that may not make the team, or I don't know if they're going to hold on to him, but for my preference, you know, Kills, he just doesn't have. He only the greatest thing that he has with him is youth. He's only like 19 years old. So with that being said, that's all I have to say about Kills.
Yeah. He's he don't have those things. He don't have nothing that what I can say that makes me say, okay, he got this.
Yeah.
From outside, he could drive the ball in the inside. He does get downhill. I give him credit for that. But he's 18-year-old guy coming out of Duke, man. You know what to expect. But overall, the summer league was fun. And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on to the Joel Embiid thing, and we get into the forwards thing in a few minutes. I just wanted to make sure that we show the summer league team some love in the first segment of the show. And we do that. Then we move on to some other things. But salute to everybody in the chat for coming in. Thank y'all so much. Fabian, Raymond, Keith, JJ, Knicks, Danny, everybody. Hector, salute to you. Thank you for coming in, my man. Everybody in the chat, man. Salute to J.E. King. Salute to you, my man. What's good? Good to see you. Coach, everybody. Allah wise, peace to the God. Salute to you as well. But we in here, man. Next we'll talk to Von Shaw. Like I said, summer league is over with. Now it's time to start looking at what's left of the thing to do for the New York Knicks organization. Like, obviously, we need to fill that power forward spot, whether internally or externally, bringing another player that can fill that void behind right now within these presently constructed Julius Randle. So obviously, we're gonna be looking for a forward out there on the market. Some names that I seen out there like Gordy Dang, James Jones Jr., my man Michael Green. So there's some guys out there, on them little that could take a 1 year filler and fill up that spot just for the Knicks without having to move into them with a salary cap issue long term. So we just need to get somebody in there who we can maybe get in a 4-day deal or or something to get in there and fill that power forward spot for the New York Knicks now that Obi Toppin is in Indiana. So obviously, he left a void there. We need to fill that, and I think we will. I think the Knicks is probably just doing their due diligence, taking their time, surveying the landscape, shot power to see what's out there and what's the best move. You just don't get nobody just to get them. They got to make sure it fits for everything they're trying to get done. But I can see them going after some of the guys, like I said, I like Gordy Dang. Experienced guy, been around, defense guy, obviously played with Tibbs down in Minnesota. She can block shots. He can pop the 3-ball at 30-something% from outside. I like Gordy Dang. I think he'd be a perfect fit with the Knicks with that size, the skill set that he has, and the veteranship. And he played with Tibbs and them down in Minnesota, so he got familiarity and continuity with the coach. I think that could be a good look. Especially on a 1-year deal. I think he'll help us out at the power forward spot, and that give us another big man down there. So I think I would definitely love him, man, for the money. He won't cost us nothing. He was playing with San Antonio last year with Pop and them. That's another good reason to have him, because the team he coming from, he was playing under one of the greatest coaches of all time, or at least top 5, whatever. So I like that move from all aspects, because he played with Minnesota, played under Tibbs. He got a skill set that'll help the Knicks. He's not looking to come here and be a savior. We don't need 20, 30 points. No, we need 9 points, 2 blocks or whatever, and a couple of threes. To give Julius Randle some rest. So I like him, Shot Power. Derrick Jones Jr., I like him as well. Been around Miami, Chicago, Suns, but the cat is a high fly dunk contest type dude. He got hops, but he's getting up there now. But he's a traveling guy, but he's another guy that can fill a void for us. Don't cost you much. And he just get in there and give Randall a rest of minutes. That's about it with that for us. Them 2 guys I like. JaMychal Green, obviously, what he could do. We wanted him years ago before he got elder. I wanted JaMychal Green before he got into his older stages in life in the NBA, from an NBA standpoint, Shot Howard. But them some of the guys that I think can fill a void, man. What do you think? Is anybody out there you particularly want to see at least being a backup power forward for the Knicks? And also knowing that we picked up my man Jericho Sims' contract. So, you got a bunch of ways you can go there.
Yeah, Dang's name is out there, and for what he is, could be something that can help the team. Someone that's not going to come in and want to demand 20 minutes, 18, 20, 22 minutes. He could come in short stints, fill in a little bit, can bang the 3-point shot. So he is a name that I'm looking for. But all in all, see what happens. This by the end of this month, I believe, after some of these shoes are dropped, we'll see some more movement, and movement will start happening real quick. Once two of these big name players make a move or say that they're going to stay where they at or whatever they're going to do, will change the whole spectrum of how things are going to go and how teams are going to be making moves. But back to the backup power forward, yeah, Dane is my. I wouldn't mind seeing him here. Helping out the team, and he's not going to cry for 30 minutes a game. So he will be a big pickup if we can get him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Knicks are nice. I'm on you on that too with that Todd Gibson thing. You might see Todd's back up here, which I don't got a problem with that neither.
Yeah,
might see Todd Gibson back up in here, and the minute he'll be a perfect backup power forward because he'll give us exactly what we need with them many minutes. He'll take 15 minutes and make the best of them. You know what I mean? Knock down a couple of 3 here and there, get aggressive, bank some rebounds, help keep that second unit intact. Veteran leader on the bench now that we lost Derrick Rose. Having a guy like Todd might be the easiest way out. And not the easiest, but to me, probably the best. I appreciate that, Knicks are nice. I could definitely see them bringing Todd Gibson back. That won't cost us nothing, but it'll help us. It'll be more positive to Todd Gibson coming back than anything negative, because he's just gonna do so many things that not only required on the basketball court, it's off the court that he's gonna help that team stay locked in and focused, got the playoff mentality, been there, done that. I think that'd be a good look too. I like that. I'm on Knicks and nice. My man Pudge is nice because Todd and Roby. I like Roby too. So I think the Knicks is good there. I like JaMychal Green. I like them guys. But I would not have no problem bringing somebody like Todd Gibson back to New York Knicks to be a backup, literally power forward. I would do it in a heartbeat. That's for me. From me, I'm saying that for me from a basketball perspective, and because even when we went to the playoff the first year under Tibbs, the only ones had a good playoff was Todd Gibson, Derrick Rose. I think Obi had a sort of a good playoff that in 2020-21, but Todd Gibson and Derrick Rose was the one having a good playoff that year, But he's just an all-around savvy dude, PS 67, Brooklyn in the house, got foundations in New York City. Bring him on back to New York, man, to help mentor this Knicks squad, man, who's looking to go another step somewhere. So I wouldn't be opposed to Todd Gibson for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to having Todd Gibson. Plus, we don't really have no veteran in the air. All these young players. If we can get them back, Ham, Dang, someone that has some veteran leadership. Not going to be screaming for 25 minutes a game. Can come in, do what they got to do, dial it up real quick or whatever you want to call it. Send them on the bench. Help some of the guys off the court, like you said. I'm not super duper opposed to it, but I still think we're going to make a big move. I think we're going to make a bigger move. But if we make not another move, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Todd Gibson back here as well. Taj Dang, those two guys are veterans. They're going to know their role. They're going to know they're going to come in to fill in minutes. So Julius ready to get some rest. They're going to play with high intensity. Defense is going to be with both of those guys. You're going to get some shooting from both of those guys. So I'm not opposed to seeing either one of those guys. I totally forgot about Taj, but if we could get him, I'm down. If he wants to come back and finish out his career as a New York Knick, bring him back. Let's get him.
Yeah, here, let me make one point about the reason why I brought Taj up. And because that's the way the NBA is supposed to be. The Miami Heat, a lot, Udonis Haslem, you know what I mean? The Denver Nuggets world champion, DeAndre Jordan, what's her name? Jeff Green. and so on and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to have a veteran leader on your ball club if you're trying to go where the Knicks are going. That's it. And that guy got familiarity with that way we run the organization. He can come in there and fit right in. He ain't gonna have to learn nothing Tom Thibodeau do. He know everything. You gotta have them guys. We don't have that guy right now because once Fournier gone, Randall is gonna be the oldest cat on that team. Who's gonna help? You know, the younger guys. If you don't have a guy like Todd, it don't even have to be Todd Gibson, but he's just a name that's out there. But sometimes you got to make the transition smooth. And Todd Gibson. He came here, and the Knicks went to the playoffs with Julius Randle. When they got him, Mook Morris, and all the guys, Todd Gibson was a major reason that you didn't see Mitchell Robinson fouling out anymore. You didn't see Mitchell Robinson getting all them up pump fakes and getting fouled out all the time. That's what Todd Gibson and the coach that went to Louisville did for us. I mean, so yeah, you gotta have guys like that, man. Like it's not so much that we got talent, we got enough firepower. We went to the second round, but what would have happened? Can you imagine we had guys that kind of when Mitch might have been going through a funk or something? Todd Gibson could have been on that team this year, and be like, okay, listen, settle down or do this or do that. Watch this, watch that. Mitch, your man beating you. You're not paying attention to my man. You need guys like Todd Gibson who know every move. Every player in the NBA, Todd Gibson probably know their move already because he's been here that damn long. So he's going to get to the playoffs and not be scared. He's not going to fold. That's why he had a good playoffs in 2020-21. The experience, ladies and gentlemen. He's an experienced guy, and every team got to have one. If you're going to be a playoff type of caliber team, you need a guy who know the ropes of the NBA, and that just experience is the best teachers. So, and I don't. So if they don't get him, I still like the other guy we talked about. I like Gordy Dang. I like what he could do with the basketball shot powers. I think he got the size. He's another veteran, and he got game. He's like a Todd Gibson, just a little lengthier. But Todd Gibson is a bruiser. He a bang. He'll go for his. So that is something. Unless you're going to go get somebody you're going to have to give them more minutes than you had to give Obi Toppin. See, and that's the reason I brought up Todd Gibson and Gordy Dang and these guys. They're not going to be looking for the minutes like that. You know what I mean? They're not going to be pissed off if they don't get 20 minutes or whatever. They just want to get in there and play their role and fit in with it, get in where they fit in and help contribute to the team. That's what we're looking for, and I think them guys will help us out a great deal.
Yeah, we also got to take into consideration, even if we bring in either one of these guys, how are they going to fit into Tom Thibodeau's 9-man rotation? And how he's going to formulate this thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I really think something's about to really go down, man. We have a whole lot of 5'4", 5'6" guys, man. And I think we have some spaces. We have some pieces to make moves with. And, I just think something else is going to come. Like I said, even if we get Taj or Dang or Junior, either one of those guys, man, Howard, any of the guys that I seen in the chat, bigger name plays, anybody. The biggest thing about bringing them in here is how are they going to impact the team, i.e. get into that 9-man rotation. So, with that being said, I'm open to seeing another guy here, a veteran guy that can, especially I'm more, now that you said Taj, I'm a little bit more, he has a better appeal to me already because he knows the guys already. He knows the system. He's gonna get right under Mitch Robinson and all these guys. He knows the system. We don't really have no veteran, like you said, to find. Once we can finally somehow get off of this Evan Fournier deal, the oldest guy that would be on the roster would be Julius Randle. So, just for that sake, I guess I could see something like that. But, I would rather see somebody, I wouldn't mind. I'm not opposed to Dang. I'm not opposed to Taj. I'm not opposed to any veteran that could come in here and try to keep this young core together. I mean, I don't want to say really together because they already have a togetherness, but I think Taj, out of those guys that we mentioned, since he already knows the system, he knows the guys who played here. I think he could come here and help or whatever. However that that can work out.
Yeah. I like a Bang USA Sport. I hope Sip will get it together, man. He's an intriguing young man to me. I like Jericho Sims. I think he got a little bit more in the game than people give him credit for. Shot Powers. The cat can put the ball on the floor when he has to. You know, at times he was a little lackadaisical because it was raw when it came to blocking shots on time. You know, but that comes with maturation and learning the game and all that stuff. But you know, the Knicks picked up his contract. You know what I mean? So he just another guy can. You know, there's nothing wrong with having enough bodies when somebody go down. You got somebody who can come in and fill in the void. So you know, that's what I do like about the team right now. We got enough guys who could, you know, if something go down, they can fill up a void, especially at the guard spot, obviously. But that's why we just need that one more that backup forward. I think we get and roll out. Like you said, something major gonna happen. I think it probably will myself. You know, I'm like on that when it comes to that. It feels like, you know, that the Knicks 70-30 gonna make a trade. About 70-30. You know what I mean? That the Knicks gonna do something. Who's involved? I don't know. You know, but I think obviously we know Fournier gonna have to be in that deal. So I think the Knicks might be just, you know, but don't get me wrong. As much as I like Taj and all those guys, you still got the for a 1-year deal, what you call it, my man, the Christian Woods out there, Oubre out there, PJ Washington's out there. I got a scenario. I was thought about this here. Me and somebody in a comment, YouTube comment, and Knicks will talk. Oh, yeah, my man Brian Woodward. He said, was it Brian? I think it was Brian. He said, "What do you think about Andrew Wiggins?" You know, and I was like, "That's not a bad look for the Knicks neither." You know what I mean? Where our team is constructed, he know who got a game like him and Markel Bridges. They got that same type of game to me. So and championship pedigree. So I thought about that. I was like, damn, Andrew Wiggins. Who you send out there to get Andrew Wiggins here? And I was like, but I wouldn't be opposed to it neither. But I just thought that I thought about that today. But that's another name from a trade perspective that could happen. But I don't know what the Knicks gonna do, but I know they're gonna do something to get this thing a little bit more solid and lock it in before training camp. You know, the only way I don't see the Knicks doing that, Shy Power, excuse me for going on topic, if they want to wait and see how this team is gonna play prior to the trading deadline. You know, if they run it back and they don't trade for him, they might be like, you know what? Let me see what Jalen Brunson and these guys is at by the All-Star break or by the trading deadline. And if we need to upgrade, we'll upgrade. That's the only way I could see with one of the scenarios that they can go with this thing is come out the gate with what they got. And then by the trading deadline, they know they're in position to do whatever. They in mad position. I mean, if the Knicks wait to the trade deadline, they can trade. What's my man name? Our backup center. He got expiring. Fournier got expiring. God got other contracts and get out there. You can get them off. So I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. But I'm like you. I've got a feeling they might do something before the season start though.
Yeah, I mean, I just dealing with from what I see, we got IQ, we got DiVincenzo, we got Grimes, we got J Hard. We got those four guys right there can play, somewhat the same position. They could play the shooting guard or maybe even some small forward. And with all of those guys, I think maybe something is coming down the line, man. I don't think we got DiVincenzo just because. You know what I mean? Just because Obi was going, I don't know if we just got DiVincenzo. I mean, he's a gritty type of guy, and he could, from what I've seen, all the good highlights of him is he could put the ball in the basket. He makes smart decisions. But we're right now, and these guys got heart. And I mean, if you look at it, DiVincenzo grabs rebounds. He may be small in stature, but he's big and hard. Jay Hard, same difference. He may be small in stature, but he's big and hard. He may be one of the best small forward shooting guards in the game, grabbing rebounds or somewhere up there. I haven't done any stats on him or anything like that, but I'm I'm not even opposed to seeing that 4-man team in the backcourt of J Hard, IQ, DiVincenzo, with iHeart. I'm not opposed to seeing that. That's going to be a real defensive minded, running up and down the court type of team, with some half court capability now, with Hartenstein playing at the top of the key. I mean, looking for guys doing the backcourt cut passes and stuff like that. So could they run it back? Is a possibility. We have a strong 5-man rotation. I mean, our starting 5 has been together for at least 3. What's this, third year going into Grimes? So it'd be at least 3 years that this started. Yeah, I forgot. Brunson that's was here last year, but majority of the guys have played together at least 3 years together. You know what I mean? And they come and Brunson, this is his second year, and I believe, if we could get, it's some things out there, I guess we'll get into about the Embiid thing and what he said and all that stuff. But there's a chance. I think they're gonna do something. That's all I'm gonna say. I just think they're gonna do something.
Yeah, I think they did. I think so as well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Knicks on the cusp of trying to get to the finals. That's pretty much where they at. They doing it methodically, and they doing it right. They doing it the right way. They build this thing methodically. They not just going out there doing anything. They are taking their time with this thing. They doing it the right way. They gonna be like, you know what? We ain't gonna jump to conclusions. We're gonna wait till when it's almost time for camp. We'll see who ain't got signed. This guy's out there literally right now who haven't got signed. Like I was just speaking. Yep. So they probably just like, we gonna lay low, and somebody gonna say, you know what? We need to do this. We'll take Fournier contract. So the Knicks is pretty smart with this thing, man. They just not jumping at anything with this thing. They just taking their time with it. And I think it'll come to fruition. And like I said, and next thing you know, you can get somebody to do a sign and trade with Fournier. You can bring in one of the guys we just talked about, like Oubre and these guys for 1 year on it, and try to have a team sign them, and that they was with, and let them let the Knicks take them. And I'd rather have Oubre for 1 year than Evan Fournier or Christian Wood, whether he hurt or not. I'd rather have him for 1 year than Fournier, because I think they affect the team, and Fournier not even playing. But these guys will come in that backup 4 spot and really make that team a little bit more lengthier on the backside of it. Because other than the Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, and I'm gonna say Jericho Sims, we got a short squad over there, man. That whole team under 6'10". So there's nothing wrong with bringing in one of them lengthy guys, man, who could. That's why I like Gordy Dang, like I said, who got a little length, but he could do the things that some of these smaller wings could do for a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? Hey, open up the court, knock down the 3 ball, let Hartenstein eat in the paint for a little bit sometime, or Hartenstein can fade out, whatever the case may be, and let them other guys get down the lane. So I'm interested to see guys like that. But I think whatever the Knicks do, they're going to do it the right way. They're going to make it happen, because I know they're doing for something. But, like the elephant in the room per Stephen Bondi, I'm not, it is what it is with Stephen Bondi with me, but he reported about Embiid. If Embiid doesn't go anywhere, the Knicks got the first shot crack at him. Next thing you know, now it's blowing up on Twitter. I'm like this here. You can get Joel Embiid in here, you better get him in here. That's all I'm going to say. If you can get him in here, you get Joel Embiid in here. Now you don't think nothing twice about it. If you can get him shot powers at the 5 spot, you got to take that move. Him and Jalen Brunson or Randall, whether you Randall or RJ, the Knicks ain't moving Randall. I think Randall would be that third guy, and Randall would be that third guy with Joel Embiid and Jalen Brunson. I think here's what I'm trying to say. Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid and Randall is better than that James Harden, Joel Embiid, and to me, I'm talking about you got 3 cats literally can drop 40 points when they got it going, and they all offensive skill. Like you say what you want about Julius Randle. Julius Randle can score with a basketball when he want to, and a lot of angles too. Joel Embiid score with a basketball on a lot of angles. Jalen Brunson score with a basketball on a lot of angles. They ain't them. So, and to have, if you get Joel Embiid, you got Julius Randle, and now Julius Randle don't have no pressure, because now the pressure is on Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid shot power. So Julius Randle just can get and cook without the pressure. You know what I mean? And that would be interesting, man. That would be we haven't had a caliber player on the Knicks like that since Melo and Patrick Ewing on a Joel Embiid level. I'm talking about a basketball player. Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid. You know, his numbers speak for itself, and I think you put him in that 5 spot in New York with Jalen Brunson and Randall, Quentin Grimes. I don't know who had to give up in the deal, but if you go ahead.
I say this, and I'm gonna say this to the chat. Would you do this trade? If you would do this trade, put one in the chat. Fournier, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and 5 first-round picks. Would you do that for Joel Embiid? And I still think that might be a little light for Joel Embiid, but would you do that for Joel Embiid? One you would do it. 2 you wouldn't. Whatever y'all want to put in, yes or no, whichever one y'all want to put in there. I think that's what it's kind of lining up to. You may see something, you may see something coming down the pipe, something like that. I really hate to say it out loud because I really like IQ, but I think he is one of the guys that may be in the next chopping block. We let go of Obi Toppin, and I hate to say it, man, but if we're looking to get this Embiid, I think IQ is in that package. So that's what if you want to scared money makes no money, or however the saying goes, you know what I mean? And if you're really gonna go out there, you throw, you want to keep somewhat of what you need on your team to stay here. And this is another reason why I believe that DiVincenzo was brought in here so they can put IQ's money is not a big amount of money because he's still on a rookie deal, but his way of playing is the way he built his stock up makes him 18 to 22 million style of player. So if you could put that along with RJ, and Mitchell Robinson, I think what I say, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, and IQ, and I mean 5 first-round picks. Would you do that trade?
I'll do it. I'll tell you the reason why I do it. You already said to RJ. RJ is not Joel Embiid. You're going to say it quickly. Quickly is not Joel Embiid. Mr. Robinson, he's not Joel Embiid. You can get Joel Embiid. You can see the reason why I would do it because you can replace it quickly with somebody. You can replace RJ with somebody, and then you replace. So what you really doing replacing Mitchell Robinson with Joel Embiid at the 5? You can replace the other two positions. That ain't hard to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you already got one position already filled with DiVincenzo. Right. He comes out here and with IQ. I mean, so it's really just the same position that we've been screaming about getting for the last umpteen years is that backup small forward or a small forward at all. Because giving up RJ, we're going to be lacking at a small forward, especially at the height of what RJ is. And yeah, I hear you, Keith. I don't really think Philly want to make no moves with us. But if Embiid really push that button and be like, listen, I don't want to play here no more. He pull a Dame Dollar or a Bill or anybody. Listen, I'm ready to be out of here. I've been here this many years. Every time y'all get here, y'all trading players away. I can't keep nobody here. I want to win a championship. Don't look like I'm going to be here. I'm CAA. I used to be under Tom Thibodeau and Worldwide West. What's the best place that I can move to so I can try to at least think that someone's going to look into my interests of trying to help me win a championship? I mean, I'm not saying that Philly would want to trade him to New York. I'm not even sure if the trade could happen, but because he's still on contract. It's not like he's on an expiring deal or anything like that. I think he's still got 2 or 3 years left, or a year or 2 or something like that. So, I'm being wishful like everybody else. I love to see Embiid here, but do I really truthfully think that it will happen, I don't think so. Unless Embiid really is on the cusp, maybe not this year, but by next year, if they don't go nowhere, or don't make it to the playoffs, or gets, if Harden leaves and they can't put nobody in that position, and they're playing about 500 basketball, oh yeah, Embiid's ready to leave. He's going to be ready to get out of this. So I'm just throwing scenarios out there, reading through the chit chat on the Twitters and Instagrams and all this other stuff. And I mean, he's CAA, so where's all the CAA players going to think about going? First place you hear anything is New York Knicks. So I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I look at it this way, and he might not be going nowhere. But ladies and gentlemen, look at them numbers, Shot Powers. Look at the numbers, bro. 33, 10, 4, 31.4 PER. RJ got a 12.9 PER. He tripling his PER almost. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel Embiid is the real deal. I don't care what nobody say. He the MVP for a reason. He's the MVP for a reason. That boy numbers has been like that. His career 27-11. Mitch is at what? 9-9. He tripling Mitch and he rebounded better than Mitch, and he's scoring 3 more times the points as Mitchell Robinson almost. And he averaged 4 assists. And look at his PER. He's a league EP. You know what I mean? I don't know how the others say it other than listen, man. He might have an injury and everything like this, but look at them damn numbers right there, bro. Look at the numbers. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and straight up he can ball. He dominate. He is a Patrick Ewing of what the Knicks is. That dude dominated a basketball game with no problem. That's why I don't have no problem in the world taking Joel Embiid. He will make the Knicks the best in the East. Hands down. He got Jalen Brunson that had that Luka Doncic with him to get us to the Western Conference Finals with that man. Same thing he did with Luka, he doing that with Joel Embiid. No question about it. We had Joel Embiid on the Knicks this year, we'd have been in the finals. I'll put it like that. We'd have been in the finals. Lewis Luck, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Lewis Luck. Real talk. Salute to the chat, everybody, man. We on fire right now. We talk about the creme de la creme of the NBA coming to the Knicks. If it was possible, would we do it? Yes, I would. His contract is now. See, I do his contract before I do Cat's contract. You know what I mean?
Oh, no question about that.
So
if you're talking about Embiid over Cat, that's not. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. I just like Embiid. Embiid is an all-around player. He can shoot the jump shot, he can shoot the three, he can put the back to the basket, he can shoot the short jumper. And if you put him to the foul line, he's going to hit about 84% of his free throws. All-around player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Shot Powers, that dude would have listen. When they throw that ball down in the paint to Joel Embiid, Quentin Grimes' free throw percentage goes up. Randall's will go up. Brunson's will go up. Whoever on that wing for the Knicks, 3-point percentage is going to go up because they about to triple team that dude. And if you can't hit a wide open 3-pointer, we putting you on the bench. Plain and simple. Joel Embiid allowed the Knicks to literally bombs away from outside. That's why Maxey was getting it in. That's why Harden was getting it in, because every time they throw that shit down to Joel Embiid, they sink it. Either you bring another dude at Joel Embiid, or he gonna tear your center up. Period. So that's what Mitchell Robinson can't do for the Knicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference than what makes the Knicks, what make them be a dominant team. If you had Joel Embiid, just due to the fact what he could do with a basketball and a nightmare matchups he's gonna cause when they go down and throw that ball down in the post of that man, and now everybody want to collapse, and all them cats got to do is sit on the perimeters and go lights out. It's just to me, it's almost like a win-win for the Knicks. So yeah, I would take them for RJ. Like you said, I would take him. I throw Mitchell Robinson there because that's a generational talent right there. You're gonna see too many more, not a lot of Joel Embiid left in the NBA that could do what he do. Ladies, last year 33, 10, 4, and 31% PER. That means his efficiency is off the chain. compared to some guys we got that only got in a team PER. You know what I mean? So come on. You know what I mean? So I had to go with it. I had to do that. But what y'all think, man? Joel Embiid on the Knicks. Thumbs up if y'all think y'all take him up in here, man. Cause I see a lot of y'all guys' comments. But if that was to come to fruition, if the Knicks had an opportunity to get him, I would say go ahead and do what you got to do. Cause I tell you what, that man done been through it all already. He done been through it all. That's what makes me like Joel Embiid, because he been through it. You know what I mean? He been through the trials and tribulations of basketball, whether it been for injuries, not putting a lot of, they had opportunities. And here's the thing that really ticks me off about people like Joel Embiid. He was one Kawhi Leonard bounce off the rim in the corner from going to the finals. Kawhi Leonard for Toronto, the year Toronto won a championship. One bounce, one shot hit the rim, bounced up in the air, dribbled on the rim, and fell in, the Toronto won. Or Joel Embiid might have had that ring that year. Let's not get it twisted, man. Sometimes, what you might have been doing when you were younger don't mean you're going to do when you're older. I just think that what they put around Joel Embiid wasn't the best he had was Jimmy Butler. I mean, Harden is Harden, but Harden ain't did nothing yet neither. Sometimes you got to surround guys like Joel Embiid with guys who also got a winning mentality. That's when he had Jimmy Butler. They was that team because they had a winning mentality. But James Harden haven't won nothing. You know what I mean? And so I don't see that. They don't have guys around him that's winning ball players that want to win. You let them come to the New York Knicks with a guy like Jalen Brunson, somebody like Randall who want to win, Coach Tibbs who's dying to win. That changes that mentality about for him being a winning player. I would not hesitate to get Joel Embiid in here. I don't care what it calls, as long as it's not messing up the infrastructure moving forward. Because I do think that cat will make the Knicks right now. We'll go against Giannis and them. We'll go against Boston with Joel Embiid, and we probably take him out. So I wouldn't be opposed to long. I say that with the trade that you did because you could put all three of them guys. RJ had 19 points. Quickly had 14 a game, 15, something like that, whatever. So them two cats alone scored the same amount of points Joel Embiid did. He throwing Mitchell Robinson 9. So this one man had more rebounds. You put Quickly and RJ number together, and they just might equal his numbers. But they still ain't no Joel Embiid though. So to me, and you look at both of their contracts when Quickly signed for $20 million, so RJ making $20 million, 23 million, Quickly be making $20 million. That's $43 million, and be making 47 this year. But and what I like about it is you exchanging RJ and Quickly for 4 years because they both got 4 years left on their contract. So even if Embiid got 4 years, his numbers don't hurt us that bad because them two guys' numbers would have been around what his numbers at, maybe a 10 million more, 50 million. So it wasn't a big deal. When you add Mitchell Robinson, 15 million, 4 years, right? 15 million for 4 years, about left 3 years. So we not really killed that contract. Don't mean it's not a bad shot power because we giving away 4 years of RJ, we giving away 4 years of Quickly and 3 years of Mitchell Robinson. So you're not like you eating a lot of money there. So I don't have a problem with that thing. I think you got to do that in Jalen Brunson window. You got to go get a guy who can help him get over that hump. And the only person going to get you over the hump, like any other time, ladies and gentlemen, is a superstar. The only one you get the championship in the NBA right now, whether it's Jokic, whether it's Steph Curry, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Giannis, you name it, the last couple of championships, no catch with superstars. This man right here is a superstar. So, you add him with Jalen Brunson, and I think you got a good nucleus there for the next 4 years. Jalen Brunson got 3 years left. He had like 3 or 4 years left. Him and Randall got 3 years left. So Joel Embiid and them cats can roll for a couple of years and be able to bring in a couple of other savvy guys in there that are going in and get it popping. If you fight for that ring, I think you go ahead and make that move, Shot Powell. I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah, I from all the other big men that we talked about and stuff like that, if we can swing it there, I'm not opposed to getting Embiid in here, especially with the trade. There was some trades out there with, if you really look at Randall's numbers and Embiid numbers, they're almost similar. The rebounding, the assists, the PDR, the what you call it. Only thing that Embiid does a little bit better than Randall is he scores a little bit more. Randall scores about 25 points. Embiid scores around 33 points. And everything else is pretty much even. 10 assists and 10 rebounds and 4 assists. If they could get him over here, he's CAA. That's the word in the word on the street is CAA agents are trying to maybe make a move towards going to the Knicks to make the Knicks a better team. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm waiting to see what happens. I like I said, I'm not sure if that trade will go down. Embiid contract is another contract that is a big contract. He has money left on the books. If it's workable with moving the guys that we're talking about, and we don't really go into that over that luxury tier tax or whatever they calling it now to that max luxury tax. Even if they go into the max luxury tax, I'm not opposed to them going to the max luxury tax because it ain't coming out of my pocket. It's coming out of it will be coming out of my pocket if I go to more than one game at the Garden. You think the bottles of water now are like $10? Them bottles of Avion water for 16 ounces are gonna be like $44. So
yeah. For me, his contract not even an issue. It's not an issue because like I tell everybody, RJ Barrett making 23, 27, 25, 29 million in the next 4 years. Quickly gonna be making 20 million, 20 million, 20 million, 20 million hypothetically. His contract don't even matter because you're not gonna have the other 29, the other 40 million that you're giving away. It's like keeping RJ in them. It's like that the case. If his contract hurt the Knicks, then you know what that means. Quickly an RJ contract gonna hurt the Knicks because they both get the same amount of money. You know what I mean? So who would you rather have, RJ and Quickly for the next 4 years, or Joel Embiid? Their contracts is about the same. Hypothetically, another 5.
When you put them together, and with the move that you talk about, just like that too. We moving off these Mitchell Robinson, IQ and RJ. If that's the the things that go out, we still have to think about if we can move off of Evan Fournier. Now we move off of Evan Fournier. Now these names that you were talking about earlier, the blonde head kid. Oh my gosh, I'm so messed up today. I shouldn't have smoked today. The two guys that haven't been signed yet. That I'm surprised they haven't been signed. The guy that been wanting to come here for the last 3 years. Oh my, Oubre. Now you're talking about moving off of Fournier's contract and bringing in Oubre or someone to that extent in that 3 position that could be filled now because we would bring back some money for Fournier and we could put somebody in there for 1 year. But as right now, all this stuff is like spitballing. It all sounds good until it's not good anymore. We have went through all of this with Levine. We have went through this so far with OG, with Paul George. Now we're gonna go through it with Embiid. And the time is ticking. And one thing that I can say about all of these things that we're talking about, the Knicks have touched base with all of these players. All these teams, all these trades that we're talking about, So let that be out there in the air too.
Yeah, real talk. And think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Next year, the CBA probably be 146 million. And let me tell you something. Nikola Jokic, Murray, and Porter Jr. Well, we got Embiid, Randall, and Brunson. Let's get it. I'm talking about the defending champions. Jokic, Jamal Murray, you want to put Michael Porter Jr. or you want to put Eric Gordon? Gordon. Okay. I'm going to go with Joel Embiid, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. That's championship contending power right there. Now you matching them cats. Now you can go up against Giannis and Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez and them. We got Joel Embiid, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle. You want to go up against the Boston Celtics? They got Jason Tatum, Porzingis, and Jaylen Brown. We got Joel Embiid, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. Let's get it. Ain't nothing else to be said. If you don't get nothing like that, you ain't beating them cats. The Cats got superstars. You ain't beating them if you ain't got a superstar. Get Joel Embiid in New York with Jalen Brunson. Let's get it. That's if you really want the Knicks to be a contender champion team by 2024, 25, if you can get him, you go get him. Because he's gonna make that team 3 times better than they are. Just by him, his presence make the Knicks better than who they are. Just Joel Embiid in the center spot for New York make that team 10 times better. Because now teams got to do all this game planning to stop 3 cats who literally can get down like that. And I think that is no question in my mind. I forget all the injuries. His $47 million, his $50 million. Once you send out that other money you sending out, it don't even make a difference. It don't make it. They about to get Jaylen Brown $67 million a year. Cat getting $61 million. Cat ain't Joel Embiid, so we can't. Joel Embiid $50 million. I don't give a shit. Yo, bring Joel Embiid up in New York. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. And you can't look at Joel now, but you look at the team Joel Embiid was playing on too. James Harden, man, he ain't the old James Harden, the old forward dominating the league like he was. Tyrese Maxey still young. My man Tobias Harris, you know what I mean? So I don't think nobody on that. Put like this here, Jalen Brunson at this stage of his career is giving you what James Harden giving you. Jalen Brunson right now and James Harden at this stage of his career, Jalen Brunson all day, every day. So Joel Embiid, if he could do that with what's his name, James Harden, shot power to me, and James Harden not even on his game anymore like that. And Tobias Harris ain't giving you what Randall giving you. Nobody on that team giving you what Randall giving you, to be honest with you, on a regular basis, 25, 10, and 5. Ain't none of them cats in Philly doing that. And ain't no point guard in Philly giving you what Jalen Brunson giving you. Maxey ain't giving you Jalen Brunson numbers. Harden wasn't giving you Jalen Brunson numbers. So that's why that team didn't go further. You put Joel Embiid on the Knicks, we wouldn't be saying talking about Miami beat us in 6. That's facts. If Joel Embiid was on the Knicks, we wouldn't have been talking about right now this playoff, the second round this year. Jimmy Butler took us out in 6 games. That wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. We'd have been in the Eastern Conference Final with Joel Embiid. That's why I think the Knicks, if that would have happened, if they don't do it, I'm happy with it. I like the team that we got. I still think we're gonna go far without him. But make no mistake about it, he makes us contender. Like I said, you can't compare Philly team to the Knicks team. For anybody in the chat who may be thinking that, Philly is not New York Knicks. Not this year. They ain't this year. You can go position by position. You tell me was that team better than our team. If you go Philly starting 5 and the Knicks starting 5, man by man, you tell me that team was better than ours. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we went 500 with them this year too, right? I think we went 500 with them this year. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, the scary part about Embiid is he's still young, but he's 29. He's had early ailments in his career and all throughout his career. That knee is some things to think about. The knee and that leg is something to think about. Almost every year he's walking around with a face mask, a broken bone in his nose. So, I mean, I'm not knocking him. If we bring Joel Embiid here, we go to a different level. I mean, especially if he stays healthy. And with the surrounding cast, aside from the cast in Philly, yeah, I think we have a better chance of pushing a little further than what he would do in Philly if he was here in New York. Like you said, Divine, with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, you're looking at 80 points in your starting lineup. And we're not even talking about Quentin Grimes. I mean, we're not talking about Quentin Grimes and whosoever we can fill into that shooting guard position. You know, we're not even talking about Quentin Grimes. We're talking about 3 guys that probably could get you 80 points. Just those 3 guys, you know what I mean? And, you know, you're going to have great defense from Embiid. You know, he is a defensive juggernaut. That's another thing that he does well. He's always in passing lanes. He blocks shots. He never gives up on the play. He is on the floor a little bit too much. You know, I can't say he's I mean, he's not one of the guys that I thought of this year that we can possibly get. Am I really willing to give up 5 first-round picks plus IQ, RJ, and Mitchell Robinson? I mean, for Embiid, I mean, that's what you're going to have to pay to get Embiid. And I still think that's not enough. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's something to be seen. I'm not going to say that I don't want it. I like the idea, but he wasn't one of my top 5 guys that I thought about getting this year until now. It all depends on what Harden's going to do. If Harden leaves, I think Embiid may stay to the trade deadline or maybe even go past the trade deadline and go one more year with Philly. Or what's going to happen next year? He's going to probably be out of there too. I mean, it's going to be a big 24-25 is going to be a big year for trade moves. And that's where the Knicks are really at right now. We're more on the lines of making trades. We're not really doing so much as looking for drafts right now. We went to the East. We went to the playoffs last year to the second round. And I think we want to move a little farther down the line into an Eastern Conference Final or soon to be a championship style of basketball team.
Nick, Chad, love y'all, man. But y'all, the real talk. That starting lineup, let me just put this out there. Jalen Brunson was just basically an all-star player this year. We had literally 2 all-stars. Everybody keep throwing this guy better than Julius Randle. This guy better than Julius Randle was an all-NBA basketball player.
Top 15.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all keep talking about 15. Yeah, just because a guy can do certain things. Julius Randle, if any guy that's better than Julius Randle, they would have been on that. They would have been an all-NBA all-star. James Harden numbers this year, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're going to keep 100 because I think this team is better than there. I know Maxey's that dude, but look, James Harden number this year, for those who look at 21 points a game, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, PER 21. Okay. So then if you go over there and then you look at Jalen Brunson numbers, let's put Jalen Brunson's numbers up this year. Sorry about that, lady. Let me get the right one. Let me put Jalen Brunson's numbers up there, and you see what I'm talking about there. 24 points a game, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 21-point PER, just like his. And he 26 years old. He scored more than him. His efficiency was right there where his was at. You know what I mean? That's why I said, Jalen Brunson had more of an impact on Nick just as did as he did. James Harden did on the Sixers. You know what I mean? So you want to call that position a wash? I would, but I think Jalen Brunson took us further than James Harden did. Okay, so no matter what you may think, Jalen Brunson took us to the second round. Where did Philly round did they go to? All right, so you got to get an edge of Jalen Brunson there because he took us further. Now, their next best player, you want to say Tobias Harris? Okay, Tobias Harris numbers. 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 14 points PER. Okay, that's not even RJ numbers.
That's not.
RJ had 19, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, but RJ only had a 12.9 PER. His was 14. Now, our second best player, Julius Randle, 25 a game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a 20-point PER.
Yeah, he's right there with Embiid, man. He's pretty close.
Yeah, right. So, if obviously Jalen Brunson's numbers would be equivalent to Joel Embiid's numbers, Randall's numbers is better than James Harden's, and RJ numbers is way better than Tobias Harris numbers. Tobias Harris numbers with the Hickle RJ numbers. The only difference making Tyrese Maxey, you know what I mean? And you got to view his numbers with, I'll put his up there too, but then you look at RJ numbers, 19 a game, 5 rebounds, same thing as Tobias Harris. He scored almost 20 points a game. Tobias Harris had a PER
14, yeah, his was 14.
Yeah, it's just like, come on. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like, okay, other than Tyrese Maxey, and he was off and on this year because I think they had him in and out on the bench. for a little bit. Great year though. 20 points a game, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a 17 PER. So his numbers. So I think that team all around is just as good as Phillies to me. Sharp Howard. I just think that the Knicks team is just as good as theirs. And I think this year, I think that Jalen Brunson had more of an impact for the New York Knicks than James Harden had for the Philadelphia 76ers, in my perspective. So that's why I said you put Joel Embiid on the Knicks. Come on. That's, the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what y'all say. The numbers don't lie. They do not lie. That's all them guys season average, all what they did and what they contribute to their team. And Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson were just like they top 2 players. And then you're doing RJ. Their top 3 players were just as good as theirs, and that's why we went just as far as they did. So I know if we did have a guy like Joel Embiid on the Knicks would be a dominant team because of what he gonna do for that squad. You know what I mean? He can open the floor, shot powers. He's a solid rebounder down there. He's a defense player down there. He's gonna cause matchups with a lot of teams. And I think with having a guy like Randall there with him and Jalen Brunson, I think they could be just as good as anybody in the East. But like I said, I think if Joel Embiid was on the Knicks this year, it was over for me, bro. It would definitely finals. Damn near. We probably gave it the we probably would have been in the finals. You asked me if Joel Embiid was on the Knicks because we would have beat Miami. Well, I think they don't got no matchup for him down there in Boston. They ain't got no matchup with Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? And Randall. So Randall gives it to them cats all the time. That's just my thought on that. That's what we talk about the Joel Embiid thing, ladies and gentlemen. I do think Joel Embiid can definitely be a good. We'll see, man, how it goes, Shot Powers. But I like where we at with that, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's some hate.
Oh, Lord. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Shot Powers buffer right now. A little technical difficulties, but yeah, man, I think he probably on the same boat that we on. I don't have a problem with it without. I like the team without him. We still gonna be able to do things, but make no mistake, Joel Embiid is an MVP in the NBA. That's all I can tell you. He's the league MVP. You don't become MVP just because you not. You MVP for a reason, especially the last 4 or 5. Giannis and the Joker. You put them up there in them levels. And guess what? The Giannis and the Joker have won. They won a championship. Maybe Joel Embiid time now. Get with a team that might fit what he could do and have a better impact on it. And it might change. It might change his whole perspective on winning the championship. You never know. But if we don't get him, we don't get him. I know it's all rumor. That's why we're just talking about it. But I definitely don't. I don't have a problem with it per se. For real. So Harden only wants to be traded to the Clippers to Philly. Yeah, man. I think that's Frank, man. If he really want to go there, they're gonna have to get something in return to him. So they go there. He go there. They gonna have to get back somebody who's gonna make Joel Embiid want to stay. And the only person I can see that is Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to make Embiid want to stay in Philly. You gonna have to bring somebody in there that's going to help Joel Embiid get to the championship. That's what he's trying to do. So if you lose Harden, whoever you bring in here better make sure they can help that man get to the next level. That's his aspirations right now, to win a championship. And like he said, with Philly or without Philly, I just want to win a ring. So you just never know. Nick, let me put NYC B-ball. He said, you on something, Knicks for 100. If you think Harris is better than Randall, I don't know. I ain't throwing shade at people, but I don't even remotely see that. Numbers don't lie, man. That's all I can tell you. I like Tobias Harris, but Tobias Harris, he came up short a lot of time for me in the playoffs. One year I'm like, yo, you was missing the action, man. I couldn't believe it. But he a New York City guy, man. We the home city dude. But I'm not. I will never take him over no Julius Randle. No sir. He good too. He a good ball player. That's why he got his money. He a damn good ball player. But I ain't taking him over Julius Randle, though. That's for sure. But like I said, we'll see how it goes, man. A lot of these guys ain't going nowhere, and B probably ain't going nowhere. Every guy we talk about all year long, I don't think they going nowhere. He said Paul George, Tobias Harris, OG, Tobias. You got Paul George, Tobias, or OG at small forward. I might have to go with OG just because of the Knicks and Knights, just because of the contract. What OG has and what he, depending on what he can get. Paul George got almost 2 years, but Paul George is Paul George too, though. A playoff he's a skillful ball player. Next to nice. So chat. I'm just gonna go with OG on this one because I just think that OG got the youth in him. He got an upside. A lot of these guys almost plateaued out. Like Tobias Harris, I don't think he's gonna get no better than he is. I don't think Paul George will get too much better than he is, but I do think OG got a chance to still grow and learn more basketball. And so I like OG as well. So that's a good one. Knicks are nice. I mean, my heart tells me Paul George from a championship perspective. To go for a championship, I want Paul George. But to stay solid as a good team, I'll take OG. The Pirates have got a $37 million expiring. That ain't bad. But I would have to go youth OG. If I'm trying to beat Boston Celtics and Giannis and them, if I'm gonna have a shot at them, I would hope a healthy Paul George would be available if he's healthy. That's about it. But that's a good chat. Knicks and Knights. What y'all think, man? Y'all think that y'all go for this thing with Tobias Harris or OG or Paul George? That's an interesting one. My man Shy Powers, like he's having technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. And we about to get out pretty soon anyway. But well, hopefully you come back in and we close the show out. But yeah, man. I just want to talk about the Joel Embiid thing, man, because I think it's like we got to just look at where the Knicks is at. Look where the Knicks is at as a team, as a front office. Them cats is right now close. They so close. They just know that the right piece come by that we think Tom Thibodeau and this team can get to where they got to go. And I really believe they can. After what they showed me this year, and a lot of things even go our way this year. Injury-wise, didn't go our way for the Knicks this year. We had a lot of injuries this year that people don't know that was significant. Mitchell Robinson, 59 games. Randall got hurt at the end of the year. RJ missed some games. Brunson missed a couple. But still we had, Quentin Grimes missed some games at the beginning of the season. So, we lost some games this year. That's because of injury like every other team in the NBA. But we had some significant ones. But I do think this team healthy, coming back the way they are, I'm still happy with them. I think DiVincenzo, Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly and them got to put up pressure on a lot of teams in the backcourt. So I'm good with that. I'm good with Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Grimes, and Quickly them on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, you could throw McBride in there from that position, man. We got some guys who can defend the basketball. So I'm pretty happy with that with the team we have. And then I think if we do that, then I think we'd be okay. So I'm pretty comfortable with the team that we have. I think the Knicks going to be okay. I just think that we just got to, fix that power forward spot, and then we just, take it from there. But I think we'd be okay. I'm liking what we got. Keith Turner said, I just have a problem giving up 5 first-round picks, 3 solid players for Embiid who fall all over the place. I understand where you're coming from, Keith. I really do. I understand 100%. That's my only trepidation with Embiid. It is the injury, but I just think that the way the game is now, the way modern medicine is, and the way these guys able to come back, in his beginning and early in his career, yeah, you wouldn't want to join Embiid for nothing because that cat was just straight staying injured. But over the last couple of years, Jordan Embiid give you 65, 70 games and get the playoffs in there. I mean, like I said, we got to take that into consideration because could you imagine if we would have had Mitchell Robinson for 82 games or 79 games instead of 59 games? Knicks probably would have won 50-something games. So all that stuff makes a difference. The injury is just a part of this thing, man. I do get it, man. Trust me what I'm telling you, Keith. So I do understand that standpoint. That's my only trepidation about Joel Embiid is the injury. Other than that, skill set, number-wise, what he could do, I ain't got no problem with Joel Embiid on the Knicks. And I'm with you, Keith. I just think that sometime we got to hope that these cats going to take these steps. You ain't hoping Joel Embiid going to take the next step. He already got the next step. We ain't gonna hope that he come back and be better. He already there. We gotta hope these cats gonna take another step. We're gonna hope RJ get better. We're gonna hope quickly get better. We're gonna hope these guys start getting better. Joel Embiid is already better. So that's the reason why we in this championship window to go after a guy like that, because you ain't got to groom him. You know what I mean? He groomed already, Shot Powers. I just think that didn't make a difference, man. I think him and Brunson do just like Brunson and Luka did. I mean, two guys who can score the ball. I mean, these cats can score the ball. Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid can score a basketball. That's what they can do very good. They can score the ball. 33 points a game in the NBA ain't easy to do. I don't care who you are as a basketball player. That ain't easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. And he had guys on his team who also was getting 20 points a game. James Harden had 20. Tyrese Maxey had 20. You know what I mean? So, and he's still putting up 33. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So, he's one of a kind centers in the league. Him and Jokic, and there's only certain guys can do what these guys do, man. That's why they get the money they get. That's why he got the accolades he got with the MVP, because he is that dude. He just is that dude. Whether you like it or not, Joel Embiid is that dude, bro. That's all I can say. He been beat up the last couple of years by Jokic, and that last year could have went his way. I just think that Jokic, but it's interesting. But we roll what we got, Shop. I know you went off, man, so I was just trying to hold it down. I was talking about, like, I'm comfortable with what we got, though. I'm comfortable with this team. We just got to go get that backup power forward. See what we're gonna do it quickly. Obviously, next month we got to extend Josh Hart. We'll pick up that, extend him. So, and that's where all these things come in. That's where the money start coming at. You know what I mean? And that's why when you look at the Knicks with the situation that they in, they only $4 million under the luxury tax. They got $160 million cap right now, hit $24 million over the salary cap. That's why you keep hearing the quickly names out there. You keep hearing these names out there. No knock on RJ, but the Knicks might say we might could get rid of that $100-something million and do this and save a couple of years. Like hypothetically, that's why even if you did the Paul George thing, you saving 2 more years of extra salary that you got to give out to somebody. You know what I mean? The quickly extended Shot Powers, okay, they can do it. But when you give him $20 million, the Knicks they don't have no cap space. None. $160 million, and what's the cap? 134? Yeah, they 24.5 million over the cap. So how are you going to be able to extend quickly? Are you going to be able to extend Josh Hart? Or are you going to be able to extend all these guys and stay? They know it. I know James Dolan can do it, but ain't no need for him to do it. They don't have to. That's why they got Brock Aller and all these guys in there, to make sure this thing don't get out of control and find a way to say we can still go after this guy, but we might have to give up this guy, but it's worth it because this guy contract is this and these guys contract is that. Like, and that's just the way they're gonna play basketball from here on out. Because what's gonna happen next year when we gotta extend Quentin Grimes? Shot Powers, now you gotta extend Quentin Grimes too. So it's a tough scenario for the Knicks to be in. You ain't gonna be. That's why they had to send Obi out. You weren't gonna be able to extend Obi, extend quickly, extend Grimes, extend Josh Hart. You just extended RJ and be in the luxury and be able to be in not be in the luxury tax. That was impossible. So I just think they're gonna send. I think like quickly them name the DiVincenzo sign that's there for a reason. That $12 million, $11 million, whatever, 11 million, 10 million, whatever. That just adds. So now you just add that. Now you about to get Josh Hart another 17 million or whatever. That's about to go up to the cap. That's going to be 40-something million over cap. Once Josh Hart extension kicking. So now you give quickly his money, you're going to be over the luxury tax. Well, you only $4 million under the luxury tax. Now I'm saying, I meant to say is once you sign a man, you're going to be over the luxury tax. They're already in there. So they got to make some moves, Chop Out. That's why I think some of these guys, you people to understand when we said we get rid of 3 salaries and bring back in 1, but at least it give you room to do some things at other positions. So I don't know how to go. We'll see. But Joel be the pipe dream, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't have a problem with it. Mm-hmm.
It's just one of the things we got to talk about because that's the word on the. That's the word. Word is the bird. Right. That's the word. That's the word we've been hearing. Embiid tonight. I mean, And like I said, man, I think this is going to go a little bit past July, maybe sometime in August when we really hear how the Knicks are really going to try to throw this throw this pitch to some of these players. The Knicks already then talked to Paul George. The Knicks trying to work. They waiting to see what the Raptors going to do with OG. They already went and talked to Levine. So there's it's not like the Knicks aren't out there trying to make a move, and they want to make a smart move with not giving away too much of the infrastructure that they have right now, so they can still have a team that can perform in this year coming up and possibly make it to another berth in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we just spitballing it. That's the hot word out there right now. Joel Embiid, and I'm not opposed to having Joel Embiid here. The funniest thing about being a Knicks fan is sometimes we downgrade our players. A lot of times, I'm underrating this. A lot of times we downgrade our players, or we always think we overpaying somebody. Right now, the biggest underpaid guy on our team that's an all-star is Jalen Brunson. And, there's a lot of hoopla about Jalen Brunson. Oh, Jalen Brunson, he don't need a 25 man. The guy played 24, 4 and 4 or something like that. He was dang near all-star this year. So, I believe in what the Knicks are looking at and what they think that they can capture if they could bring somebody in here. Who is going to be, I have no idea. But Joel Embiid is the new piece of gold that's shining in he's the new diamond shining. He's the new diamond. What's the Rihanna song? Like a diamond, shining like a diamond. Yeah, he's the new shining like a diamond right now. And we always talk about having a big trade and a superstar, all-star type player. Well, Embiid is that superstar, and if we swing for the fences and get Embiid and move off of these players, it's not going to be much hit on our cap because we're moving out about the same amount of money we're bringing in, So, and we probably with that, like I said, with that trade being made, we already got a backup for IQ and DiVincenzo, and all we will have to do is try to make a move off of Embiid, and now we have a spot to go into that 9-man rotation that we can put someone in the starting unit, and all off the bench. So that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is if we get Embiid, we definitely got to move over Evan Fournier too. So see what happens. But this is the new diamond that's shining bright like a sun, bright like a diamond. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, let me real quick. We're gonna get out of here in a few, man, right at 10 o'clock. But I look, for me, it's this here. If you did have Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and Joel Embiid, I just think that's one of the top 3 teams in the East. I just think it's the top 3. I'm gonna have to go with Giannis and the Boston Celtics, hands down, top 3 teams in the East. And you want to throw Cleveland in? Okay, you throw Cleveland, whoever up and coming, but you put Joel Embiid on the Knicks, we top 3. And I think Jalen Brunson will get us over the hump. I think with Joel Embiid, I think Jalen Brunson will get us over the hump. That's how talented to me he is. He's that talented where him and Jalen Brunson to get the Knicks over the hump. So I think
I'm not knocking you at all, because I believe if you had Embiid here and we still got Quentin Grimes and we still have an opportunity of bringing in that wing style of player that we're talking about, who knows what happened if we bring in Embiid? Maybe there might even be a trade to move off and get OG or get or get something like that. Maybe that makes that changes the whole dynamic of the team now. But that's still like a pipe dream, but it's still possible. We still have Evan Fournier's contract. We still have some younger guys on the bench that could possibly go in a trade, like the Robleys and the Sims and the Deuce McBrides and all that stuff, the B fillers, you know what I mean, to make up some things. We still, have a couple of draft picks that we can move and maybe try to get a decent power small forward or something like that. So, that makes it that Embiid makes the team better. You know what I mean? And if he can stay healthy with this team, with the Grimes on the court right now too, I'm not mad at that.
But I got one for you. If you do that trade that you said with RJ, Mitchell Robinson, and Quickly, right? But you bring in Joel Embiid. But now, because your starting lineup, your big three, your starting lineup, right? Brunson, Randall, and Embiid. You plug in Quentin Grimes there, like you said, check it out. You just do it. You can see if they willing to do a sign and trade of that Oubre played a small forward for the Knicks. Length, scorer. He scored 20 points a game this year. Defender, pesky. Don't even got to be the main guy. Quentin Grimes, Oubre, and Joel Embiid is a good defensive ball team.
Yeah.
6'8", 6'9", lengthy, and can defend with the best of them. But the pressure's not even on them, cat, because you got your main three dogs right there. But you brought in two cats. That's pretty impressive to me. Salute.
Yeah, I mean that Oubre and Grimes switch off is not a bad switch off right there. You know what I mean? Now you're talking about defending the Bostons in the league and stuff like that. I mean the Tatum and the Brown. Now you got somebody to really contain these guys and stuff like that. Now you're looking at Miami. You got somebody in Oubre could be a wild card against a Miami, against a Milwaukee. I mean, I'm not opposed to what's going on, and I'm not saying that we're making a move for Joel Embiid. But if he comes over here, I'm surely gonna be at that first game to hear his name on that microphone in Madison Square Garden, and your center starting for the New York Knicks, Joel Embiid. I'm gonna be right there, yeah, hallelujah.
Yeah,
I'll be right there. I'll be right there like this. Yeah.
And we know it's pipe dream, but ain't nothing wrong with dreaming a little bit, man. We just say all that because, like I said, Stephen Bondi put it out there. It was a topic of conversation on Twitter today. It's a topic of conversation out there in some places in the sports world. So I say, let's just make it part of the show tonight because that's what's out there. Other than that, man, I'm good with it. I'm good with that. Make it happen. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, no matter who you bring in here, 9 out of 10 they're gonna have an injury history.
Yeah.
Whether Levine, whether
OG, PG, any of these guys we bring in, anybody that we bringing in is gonna have somewhat of that quote unquote injury history right now.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
They playing in the league. They done, it's part of the process. But I do think Joel Embiid, and I love the back of him Hartenstein coming off the bench for him. Oh, yeah, boy. I would be there, man. No question about it. Front row center. But I think the Knicks gonna make a move. I know it's not Joel Embiid, ladies and gentlemen. It was just a topic of conversation tonight because it was out there. Like I said, get back to the on the one. We just gonna roll whatever we roll with. I like this team. I liked them last year, and I like them even better this year. I really do. I think Diva Chisler going to bring a lot of stuff to this team for as gritty,
tangible. Yeah,
tangible facts. He bring in the tangibles here, and I think he's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm with you once a nigga over there, Nick. I'm definitely on that, man. If you're a basketball fan and you watch NBA basketball, Joel Embiid was the MVP. So I don't even got to say nothing else. He was the MVP. That's all to it. And the man, sometimes sometimes you need to change the scenery to bring out the best of you. There's a lot of players do that. They get a change of scenery, and then they play off their career even get better because they in a different mindset, in a different mindset. They don't got all of the pressure of going through all the things you're going through with that team. Philly, and not only that, Philly loved Joel Embiid. And that organization would not do Joel Embiid dirty because Joel Embiid gave a lot to Philly. Even through his injuries, they stuck by him. He stuck by the city. And he almost had him there a couple of times, man. Ben Simmons think about it, his career too. Ben Simmons wasn't there all the time. You know what I mean? So he had guys there, but other than Jimmy Butler, to me, he was one of the ones that really was. He had some guys around him, man. He had some good dudes, but I think the Knicks, I think Tom Thibodeau and Jalen Brunson and Randall, that's a good matchup all the way around. They all could score from inside, outside. Joel Embiid can get it from the mid post, 5-post, 3-point line, inside to wherever I don't care. He can get it from anywhere. Jalen Brunson can get it from anywhere. Julius Randle can get it from anywhere. That's why I want him on the team because you ain't no place he can't score with a basketball. No place. And the spot on the floor, Joel Embiid can't get it from.
Yeah, and you're definitely not going to see double teams as much with Joel Embiid. Who you going to double team? Brunson? Who you going to double team? Brunson, Randall, or Joel Embiid? You know what I mean? Quinn Grimes is going to score like 40 every night.
Crazy. Yeah, man. All the guys in the free agency we talk about, all these guys who we want, these stars, Levines and all these guys. I don't think none of them better than Joel Embiid. None of them.
Yeah. Embiid, I put as a superstar, even though he hasn't captured the ring yet. He is a superstar.
He is a superstar.
He's definitely a superstar. There's no question about that.
He carrying Philly, bro. He what I love about it, that's what makes me want him more because he playing in a city who got grit like New York. Like he can handle that. The process. He was part of the process. You know what I mean? He went through them trials and tribulations in Philadelphia, and look at what he had to this day. So that's the type of player you want in New York City. That's that. He got that type of mentality where, you know what, like a Patrick Ewing, they went through all this stuff in the city, and Patrick Ewing, they took us there. You know what I mean? You want guys like that, who got a target on their back but live up to it. Well, who can handle the pressure? The New York City fan base is not worried getting on Joel Embiid nerve. But I don't know, Knicks were nice. I'm with you on it, man. I think we in a majority tonight when it comes to that. But listen, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. Great show, good fun. Summer league is over with. Now we just got to get ready. See what the Knicks gonna do between now and training camp. See if we're gonna make any moves between now and training camp or whatever the case may be. But I mean, the season's almost here, man. Listen, we bailed out of May or June, May to share shop hours.
Yeah.
So, sounded kind of good because normally we go out a month earlier. So now we ready to go into August, September, October. The season will be right back here before you know it. So let's see what the Knicks gonna do, man. Hopefully these guys do something between now and the next stream or now before the season starts. To bolster the team just a little more, give us a little bit more a body here or there we really need, especially that power forward spot. If we get that and we roll what we got. I do think we need to get a backup for New York. But if something go down, and I think we're gonna get one no matter whether it be through the Fournier deal or whatever, summer give. G Money, my man, we about to get off, my brother. I'm sorry. We're literally about to get off the air, but let you get in and get a word in. Hey, G Money, we about to get off right now. But
my phone. I didn't know my phone.
No, fine, man. What's on your mind, my brother? Salute to you was good.
So I'll make this quick. I didn't know you were getting off. So shy, so divine. I'll make this quick though. I thought Summer League was pretty good. Certain players shined like Isaiah Roby. I think they look pretty good though. So in your person, I think do you guys see any moves happening though? You see any moves happening with the Knicks through this offseason? You think we're done?
I think Shop Powers, he probably feeling that we're going to make a move, man. I think we got to go. I think we will. Only reason I say that because I don't know if we're going to go into the season with Fournier there, man. It don't even make no sense to me. But I get if it do, but it don't make no sense. So I think they will.
Possibly. But what do you think we get in return though? If we trade Fournier? I
hope it's a TPE. You know what I mean? Hope it's a TPE. That's all I really want. I just want to get the salary, a trade player section or whatever. I don't care somebody and then and let the man go. I can't care less, but we can get that contract working in our favor. That's what I would be looking for. Unless he's gonna be more he's gonna be putting a move to get a bigger player. You know what I mean? Or put in the trade package.
Right, I can see that. Some people keep saying Joel Embiid. Do you think that's going to happen though? Let
me ask you: would you want it to happen?
I would not mind that. I would love the process.
I'm gonna throw this to you, G. I'm gonna throw you this, G Money, because this is a thing. If you haven't seen it, this is one of the bigger trade predictions that they was talking about. It'll be Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, IQ, and 5 first-round picks. It's either 3 unprotected and 2 protected, or 3 unprotected and 2 protected, something like that. But altogether, it's 5 picks.
Mitchell Robinson, Rowan Alexander Barrett Jr., aka RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quigley, and 5 first-round picks for the MVP. Wow, that man, you might as well add in the Statue of Liberty for that too, and a Dallas, and adding Stephen A. Smith in that too, and Divine Shine and us to get traded to Philly too. Man, that would be a good trade.
You gotta look at it like this. You got to look at it like this too, G. With giving up those players, you open up the small forward position. Hopefully, we could get off of Embiid. Hopefully, we can get off Evan Fournier's contract, so we could put in another small forward in that position. And we already have someone to fill in the IQ position and DiVincenzo.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I'll make that move. Yeah, I'll make that move.
Me too, man. Me too. All day, every day. And from a lot of reasons, like I said, financially it don't hurt nothing because we send out the same salary that's coming back.
Yeah, that we bring it in
for 4 years, not like 1 year, 2 years. Then we got to eat the rest of the contract. No, RJ Barrett and quickly extension equal 4 years, just like Joel Embiid contract around 40-something, 50 million. I wouldn't do that shit in a heartbeat, yo. Trust me, tell me.
Right. One thing too. Do you think Dame or Harden's going to get traded though, or Spicy?
That's the biggest holdup right now for all these trades that we're talking about. That is the biggest holdup. So far from what I've been looking at and seeing, once Dame is either moved or Harden is either moved, it makes the difference because there is a speculation that Dame can go to Philly. You know, and that will keep us away from getting Joel Embiid. You know, there's a way, but there's also chamberings about, and I was saying this about 3 weeks ago about watch out for Dame going to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? He didn't want to go. He was, I want to go to Miami. But there is a way that he could get out of there and still with the trade that they want. That Miami doesn't have really the picks that Portland wants. But, oh, yeah, Brooklyn has those picks. Brooklyn has a couple of wings. They got some trade capital. They got some. They got some stuff. So don't be surprised if you see Dame coming to Brooklyn either if he can't make it to Miami. And another big holdup is Harden. Harden is in this stagnant. He chilling right now. He ain't really worried about nothing. He letting his agent work what they're gonna work, where he's gonna go. There's clamoring about him going to LA Clippers. There's clamoring that he may go to LA Lakers. There's clamoring that he may go to what's the other West Coast team? Sacramento, Houston.
Houston's not gonna happen anymore because Udoka doesn't want him.
Okay. So there you go. So it all makes a difference of where these two guys go before. And they'll probably be you'll probably hear something before the end of this month.
Yeah. He I think Dame he's the one going to start the domino effect. I think Dame done, then all these other guys start getting signed because, like I said, you got guys out there who are not even signed, like Christian Woods. A lot of these guys, they not signed. You know, I guess they waiting to see what's going to happen. But I think Portland will honor Damian Lillard. I just think they're trying to make sure Miami don't fleece him. I think they owe it to each other. He's been good to that organization. The organization has been good to him. He don't owe them nothing. They don't owe him nothing. You know what I mean? They paid Damian $50 million, man, almost a year. So they ain't never shortchanged him, man. So I think they do right by him, but at the same time, they got a right not to want to get fleeced neither. You know, you can't sit on hit up for Tyler Hill or Duncan Robinson and
I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, they ain't like, nah, we ain't getting fleeced by y'all. We'll give you something. So Sean, I think, but to answer your question, I think I'm with you on the Joel Embiid thing. I'm with you on that, and I do think that we will make a move this year, G Money. I think we got to do something. Like I said, I don't know if we can go into the beginning of the season with Evan Fournier sitting on that bench.
I remember when I said, Devon, you remember when I said it about a month and a half ago? I said, don't be surprised he'll be here to the trade deadline. He's an expensive piece at the trade deadline. He could really be moved. Right now, they're trying to finagle a deal with him, but we had a couple of things out there with the Cam. I forgot it was a 3-team trade that was out there, but that came to a stall. But it may pick back up in August.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that, G Money and Shop Power, because they're not known doing people like that. They didn't do Derrick Rose like that. They said Derrick. Knicks could have got something for Derrick Rose. But Derrick Rose said, "Nah, I'd rather stay at the trade deadline, stay with the Knicks until the season over." The Knicks could have moved Derrick Rose. I don't care if it was a second round pick or something. But the Knicks do their players right. That I think they wouldn't do that to Evan Fournier. I think Evan Fournier want to go play basketball. He's like, I'm 30 years old. I'm not 33. I'm 30. So, and I think the Knicks might say, listen, we're going to do right by you because you did right by us. You sat on that bench and did not complain, did not whine. You were the team player. And I think they're going to do the same thing they did to Obi Toppin. The Knicks could probably got more for Obi Toppin, but they said, because they take care of their guys, we feel like you feel like we gave you an unfair shot. Let's give you a chance to go somewhere and let you spread your wings. We only going to take back 2 second rounders. That's why I don't think they would do Evan Fournier like that. I just think they're gonna be like, listen. I think they would have did the deal with. They were just about to do the deal with Cameron Payne and them. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the one I'm talking about.
Campaign, yeah. They do that. So I think they just got that. I think they waiting for the right one. I just think because it don't. To me, the Knicks. Here's why the Fournier contract don't matter to me that much. Because no matter what they bring in, they still can bring somebody in that can get you with Evan Fournier can give you from a contract. Because I think what the Knicks going to do is they're going to try to trade him not to bring in a salary, a salary like his or aspiring or a trade play deception where it don't matter that $19 million, it'll still be there for us. You know what I mean? I think they could do that before they just let that man sit on that bench and race a roster spot and sit there and be angry in the mud. So,
yeah, that would be a waste of time. But I think another reason why they're holding Evan Fournier, Sacre Blue. I think the reason why they're holding Evan Fournier, I guess for a big fish, but I don't know why. I guess for a big fish, if Luka, I don't think this is going to happen, or for like a Luka, Giannis, maybe, you never know, Giannis, maybe, Luka, or Embiid asks for a trade, who knows? I guess that's probably, or Spicy Pete. The guy I want is Spicy Pete, Pascal Siakam. Who knows, man? I want to ask you, do you think it's realistic for us to get a Spicy Pete from Toronto? Because he's a free agent after this coming season.
I would say I don't think the Knicks want to play like that. That would be like just having Julius Randle. You know what I mean? I think the Knicks looking for a superstar, man. I don't think Pascal Siakam to me is just a Julius Randle.
Pascal Siakam, yeah.
Yeah, where are you going to fit him if you get to make the move with him too? I don't really think he's a 3. You know what I mean? But he can play. Maybe he can play 3, 4, and 5. So I don't know with Siakam, and he got a pretty healthy contract as well. He's about $30 million, or close to it, 27 to 30 million. So
he's 48 now, 40 something now.
Oh yeah, see, I ain't been doing my homework these last couple of days. See,
aspiring 40 something million.
If you look at Spicy Pete's contract, he's making 38. He's making 38 million.
38.
30. Yeah, I knew he was about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if he moved the needle. I don't. I don't think he makes us. I don't think he get put like this here. And I keep saying this, and I try to deal with history, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the teams who winning NBA championships, they got superstars. That's all I do. I can't say no more plain than that. You can look at the last 30-something years, I don't care. You gotta have a superstar, man, because that is a player-driven league. It's a superstar talent-driven league. You gotta have a guy who, no matter what, I'm that talented. The Joker, I'm that talented. Giannis, I'm that talented. Steph, I'm that talented. LeBron, I'm that talented. KD, I'm that talented. Them the cats winning rings.
Kyrie.
Kyrie. I mean, you got to have a superstar up in there.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way the NBA is. And I think the Knicks
KG Brown,
is a superstar. put Joel Embiid on the Knicks, we would have smashed Miami last year, this year, and smashed Boston if he was on our team. Hands down, we would have beat them boys like nothing. So that's where we at, man. I just think we got to go get a superstar, man. And they don't got to mess up the infrastructure. It just keep everything just. While you in Jalen Brunson window, you better go for it, because Jalen Brunson's going to cost you $50 million in about 3 years.
Right.
So
right. What about Luka Doncic? Would you want Luka?
Yeah, I'll take Luka because he's a superstar. Him and Jalen Brunson got to the Western Conference Finals last year with the team they had. So I don't have a problem with Luka Doncic. That whatever. Hey, RJ ain't no Luka Doncic. Randall pretty much close to it, but he ain't him. So yeah, I don't. I think the Knicks just need one player. They need that one player right now. They one superstar away from winning it. I think Jalen Brunson will get them there because that's how talented that young man is. I think they get one dude to go with Jalen Brunson, even if you got Randall. That's a hard team to beat to me if you got all the right pieces around them, and they do. They got Knicks got good supporting cast right now to me. Damn, we won 47 games this year with that team. So you tell me you put Joel Embiid on the Knicks, you're not getting 10 to 15 more wins? You're insane. Mitchell Robinson is not is not Joel Embiid, and Mitchell Robinson played 59 games this year.
Right.
It's not Joel Embiid. So if we could win 47 games with Mitchell Robinson, I know we could win then at 60 with you and Joel Embiid. Shit, that's easy, bro. That's easy because you won't be able to match up against that team like you match up against the Knicks. What's the Knicks' problem?
Facts.
Because Mitchell Robinson don't affect the offense unless it's the rim rebounding. Joel Embiid with your whole
man's
game.
Always double teaming.
Yeah, he would change.
Yeah, he struggles without the paint. Yeah, he's a good rim protector, but he struggles without the paint.
Yeah. So that's all it is for me, man. Like if the rumor was out there, G Money, and I'm like, listen, but if it would come to fruition, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever, because like I said, it's been 50 years since the Knicks won a ring up in this month. It was about that time now, bro.
Good point. Good point, though.
I think we did enough rebuilding. I think we rebuilt well. I think since Scott Perry came down here in 2018.
I think we did a good job, yeah.
I think we got Mitchell Robinson in here. We got RJ Barrett in here. We got Grimes in here. We had some good young talent. We got Obi. He's not here now, and then we also took care of the players that was here. And look at them. All of them went up to another level. Look at Quickly. Quickly about 6th man of the year. They drafted well. Grimes and Quickly the 25th pick. Mitchell Robinson the 36th pick. You know what I mean? And these cats wound up getting the bag. They wound up getting their bag because they talented players. So I think it's all interesting to y'all in the next couple of years, man. But we'll see how it goes between now and the next couple of days, and the next couple of weeks before training camp get kicking another month and change. Hopefully we be ready to go. I like the young players that are playing in the summer league. I like Roby. I know some people don't like it. He got a lot of good things that people just don't look at sometimes when he play basketball. And he's a young cat. Hopefully the injuries that he had over the summer, he get it back into a rhythm. But every summer league game he got better. So that means he was getting a rhythm. Charlie Brown Jr. is the truth. He's gonna be nice whether he be
Charlie Brown's gonna be good. Yeah, he's
gonna be good. And obviously I like Jalen Martin. He's gonna be I think Deuce McBride better watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. McBride better watch out. Because next year his contract is up, and that boy get a year in the G League or get a year on the Knicks bench just like them players did there. Jalen Martin showed me things that something Deuce McBride just don't do. He tacked downhill. He can shoot the 3-ball just as good as Deuce McBride probably, and he played defense. So Charlie Ward disciple. So see, that's another thing. Now you never know Deuce McBride. Now that they seen Jalen Martin, they might be like, you know what? He might be like a Frank Lakila. We no longer need him. He might be like, got your 4 years in. We took care of you. We kept you in the NBA for 4 years, just like Knox, just like Frank, just like all of them. Time to move on. Just like Damian Dotson, Obi Toppin. We had him 4 years. But we don't think we're going to be able to give you another contract after your rookie contract. We're going to have to let you go. And that's what might happen. That might be a Deuce McBride scenario, especially to do Jalen Martin pop. G Money, I think that might be the scenario for him too.
I can see that. I can see Deuce McBride being gone a few years. Do you think that might happen to Embiid with Quigley though? Do you think that's a possibility that might happen to Embiid with Quigley? Because remember, he wants 9 figures though. He's a good player, but do you see a scenario in which Quigley might be gone either before the season begins or or during the deadline or whatever, or after the season? In your opinion, Embiid with IQ?
What do you think, Shop Howard?
I mean, anything is IQ's name is in almost every trade that you look at. He's in the He's in the PG's trade. He's in the Levine trade. He's in the he was in the OG trade in the beginning. So you know, it's possible that he gets traded. It's possible the Knicks might even sign and trade him to make to get to a bigger fish. Who knows? You know, you know how you got to follow the money, man. I say it all the time. Follow the money, because that's the only way that we're gonna know which deals can be made and which deals are just like hoopla. I mean, if the money matches up and the figures are kind of even and it doesn't affect the books, then you know it's a possible trade. And IQ has been in every trade, you know, every trade so far. You know, you talk about any one of the trades. Levine, he's been in. He's been in the OGs, the PGs. He's in the Embiid trade right now. So yeah, I think he's a big part, and it's not because of his salary. Aside from he's still on a rookie contract, it's because of his performance. Like, he built his stock up this year. He can go somewhere and get a big contract and be a better player in a different system. And you know, so I don't know. I'm spitballing myself, but I think IQ is one of the trade pieces along with RJ in any one of these trades. The players that you know that are not moving is Brunson and Julius. Everybody else, you know, you even Grimes right now. Grimes' name came up in a couple of trades that I didn't even think that I would see, but his name was real big and heavy in that Paul George trade. So only people that are really safe right here right now is Brunson, and RJ. I mean, Brunson and Randall.
Yeah. It's salute, Jay Boogie. Yeah, but you know, you're right. Brunson and Randall is probably the mainstays, and it's rightfully so. They're my two best players. So I mean, you know, that to me, that's pretty much what it boils down to. You know, they're my two best players. But like I said, I don't got a problem with Joel Embiid up in that one.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Get Joel Embiid up in a Knicks uniform. We going to the finals. I just don't think he a dominant force. It's different from being a super. He is a dominant force. He like there's nobody in the East can hold him. That's what I mean by dominant, bro. There's no center in the East who can literally stop that man. Stop him. Right? No, not Milwaukee's, not you name any team within the playoffs. Ain't none of the cats can stop no Joel Embiid. You know, so I ain't got a problem with him at the 5, with Randall at the 4, Jalen Brunson, Kelly Oubre, and Quentin Grimes. I'm a wrap. But listen, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. We got to get him popping, but we understand a little longer. You came in the building. No, it's fine, my brother. You know, better late than never. We appreciate you coming in. Give me some more of your last thoughts, man. We get out of here and get it popping to the next one.
Have a nice summer, everyone. Enjoy your summer. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Subscribe to my show, The Last Laugh Podcast. Subscribe to my show, The Last Laugh Podcast, with me, Biggie, Prince, and Z. And also, it's gonna be a fun summer. Keep your attendance up and high. It's gonna get your popcorn, your nachos, and popcorn, and ready. It's gonna be a juicy summer. All these crazy trade rumors. Who knows? Who knows who's got the first train, the first plane ticket, first plane smoking out of here? It's going to be cuckoo crazy. Nice to see you again, Divine. Nice to see you again, Shy. Please subscribe. Wow. Please smash the likes for Knicks Real Time. Please, it's free. It's easy. Come on, it's easy as cheesecake. Please smash those likes. Subscribe to Knicks Real Time. Salute everyone in the chat, to J Bug, to D Coolest, to Bang USA Sports, to NYC B-Ball 08, and stay safe, everyone. Deuces. And once a Nick, always a Nick. Deuces, everyone.
Shout Powers, my man.
Oh, you already know. Salute to you, G Money. Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get it.
Yo, salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming on this Monday night, man. Stay hydrated out there in this piece, man. It's like mad hot out there. It's real talk. Y'all stay hydrated. Be safe, like G Money said, man. And we look forward to seeing y'all again on another one, man. But right now, man, it's the Knicks no more summer league. It's over. So we're gonna look for everything else come out there. My man Jay Boogie, appreciate the super chat. My man, real talk, man. Thank you so much. You already know. But yeah, man, we'll be on Thursday or Friday. We normally come on Wednesday, but we come on Sunday and Wednesday. But we came out Monday tonight, so we'll probably see y'all later on the week, man. We hopefully by then something might pop off, and we really get some more stuff going, man. But thank all you guys out there for hanging in with us, man. Being part of this thing, man. We try to do it live all day, every day. Shy Powers, G Money, Jay Boogie, my man. Thank you so much. Once the Nick, always the Nick, NYC, B-Ball 08, Banging Sports USA, D Cool, once the Nick, always the Tick. Hey, I'm giving you chat night, my man, because you was with me on that Joel Embiid thing all the way through, real talk. But I'm going to give you the benefit tonight. Once the Nick, always the Nick. Thank you, real man. Peace to the God, Allah wise. Now, my brother, good looking out. Thank you for coming in. Everybody in the chat. Leonardo Silva, thank you as well. Everybody, man. Listen, y'all be safe out there, man. Like I said, we see y'all next time. Here we go. Let's go. The chat, Knicks, everybody. Let's get it. Let's do it. Jay Boogie, thank you, my brother. Peace. Chat early as well. We appreciate y'all. We out, man. Peace.
Woo!
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. Nick's real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, you straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. The entourage, be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the things we ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the links, Anthony Mace. We drink the logo with his headspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.